If you like the content, please subscribe here on Substack or YouTube. Thanks. Bari Weiss is in charge of CBS News, and as such, she is the person that makes the ultimate decision of what goes on the air and what doesn't. And it seems that her criteria is simply what doesn't offend Donald Trump. Now, we've all heard about the 60 Minutes story that she pulled. And the thing about it is the one thing we can count on is that these people are incompetent. The way she did that, the reaction of her staff, and the fact that the whole episode is out for view because it was released in Canada, and trust me, they'll get more views this way than if it had just been put on 60 Minutes. So the story will get out, the story will be heard, and it will be heard louder than if they had tried to bury it. So Bari Weiss is an incompetent. 60 Minutes will lose viewers. They will decline and they will become irrelevant. Remember, this is not the CBS News of Walter Cronkite and Eric Sevareid. This is a CBS News controlled by oligarchs. And as such, quite frankly, you can ignore anything they say. Did Susie Wiles intentionally say all the things she said in her article? The dissing of most of the administration, or the upper levels of the administration, including Donald Trump, as having a alcoholic personality. I think Susie Wiles did. I think this was purely intentional. And while she's doing the, oh my, no, they misconstrued me, that's just, what can I say? Smoke and mirrors. Susie is a smart operative. She has always been a smart operative, and she doesn't say anything she doesn't intend to say. She knows how to manage the media. So why does she do this? I think it's a CYA thing. Susie Wiles is the only semblance of an adult left in the administration. And she's trying not to get tarred and feathered with the stink that the rest of them are going to be. Susie Wiles is trying to save her own ass, or at least not get indicted, maybe. So, keep going, Susie. I think you're going to like it all the way through this administration, or until you're ready to quit. But she does. Remember, folks, Susie's not going to say anything by accident. Now, Erika Kirk, on the other hand, says stuff by accident. Erika Kirk was at Turning Point, and she was talking about a young man named Caleb Chilcutt. And here's the quote. Despite the devastating loss of Charlie Kirk, my incredible husband at UVU, Caleb has persisted with the same grift. End of quote. Now, maybe that was just a moment of honesty, a Freudian slip, but she did say out loud the truth. It's a grift. They're trying to get rich. They're trying to become powerful. But it has nothing to do with the right thing to do. It's a grift. So we'll give Erika credit for saying the truth, even when she didn't intend to. Now, you may wonder why I was wanting to talk about the Dowager Empress of China. And this is from 1893. Hell, even I'm not that old. In 1893, the Dowager Empress rebuilt the Summer Palace, and as part of that, she built the marble boat. The marble boat is this pavilion that kind of sticks out in the water. It's marble and very Asian. Here's the picture of it. You can see what it is. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, the thing of it is she took the money from the Chinese Navy to build this thing. In other words, instead of building real ships, building something that could save the nation, empower the nation, she built a vanity project. And today we've got the same thing going on. It's called the Trump-class battleship. Here's my image of a Trump-class battleship. Donnie wants to put his name on everything. He wants everything smeared in cheap gold paint. And so now he's going to take money from the United States Navy and build two of these monstrosities. Understand the last time that the United States built a battleship was in 1949. That was a couple of years before I was born, and I'm 74 years old. Do you think maybe they don't need battleships in today's Navy, that battleships really don't serve the function they once did, say, in 1893. But no, Donnie wants something else to stick his name on. He wants something else he can paint gold. The tackiness and the need for this senile old man to establish his legacy goes on and on. We're going to see a lot more of that in the next 3 years. There are things that government should do and things that government should not do. What they shouldn't do, they shouldn't be subsidizing religion. This is not a Christian country. The country was founded mostly by deists, people who believed in a higher being, but not necessarily the Christian version. There weren't any Bible-thumping evangelicals saying this is the right way to go, in spite of what you hear today. So we should not be allowing tax breaks for megachurches. We shouldn't be allowing them to contribute to PACs and influence politics. Church and state should be absolutely separated, way more than it is today. The other thing is that there are things that this government should do that they're not doing and take over. One is the electric grid. Everybody uses electricity. Now, a few people have managed to get off the grid, and they provide their own, and that can be done, but it is costly and it is difficult, and it's spotty at best. But the electric grid is owned by private companies that are guaranteed a profit, and that profit is paid by you and me. Anytime they upgrade or improve or fix something, we pay for it. Every time they want to expand, like to support huge data centers, we pay for it, and they get a profit. And it costs more than if we were simply taxed. So the electric grid should be nationalized. Absolutely. And there should not be companies getting rich off of having monopoly on services that you can't live without. And speaking of crazy projects, unlike letting the grid be owned by private individuals, there's Project Sunrise, and this one is championed by that little ray of sunshine himself, Jared Kushner. And what this is basically creating Dubai 2.0. Where are we going to do that? Well, we're going to do that in Gaza. Now, understand that Jared's plan is to produce a really rich, glitzy coast with about 500,000 people who can live, and, the rich can do well. What his plan doesn't include is what are they going to do about the tons of unexploded ordnance that's now in Dubai. What are you going to do about the 2 million Palestinians? They're not in Dubai, excuse me. They're going to explode ordnance in Gaza. And what are you going to do about the 2 million people that live in Gaza? Well, my guess is that Jared just wants to wipe them away. This is a moneymaker. This is a moneymaker for Donald Trump and Jared Kushner and the Arabs, and for probably the Israeli elite that support Netanyahu. Project Sunrise is an absolutely dark moment. And that little ray of sunshine, Jared Kushner, I can't wait till he's indicted.